Well, hello. This is actually the first post I have put together in some time. And there are various reasons for that. I've been preoccupied with other things. But also, I guess I've not been terribly inspired with fresh ideas to share. And I have to confess, I've also had a bit of self doubt around whether the sorts of things that I tend to post about are of any real significance or interest to anybody, really. Certainly, they often feel like half-baked ideas, and indeed, to be honest, they often are um, shreds of ideas, perhaps little seeds of ideas that aren't really worked through. So that's sort of dented my confidence a little bit, I think, to go public. There is another aspect of doing these posts, if I'm honest, and that is that it helps me articulate some ideas, even if they are these forming ideas rather than fully formed ones. So here's, I'm afraid, another one of these sort of emerging ideas rather than necessarily that something that's very informative, but maybe it might trigger something for you if you're interested in this area or interested in finding out about what it means to be gender fluid or to have a trans nature, or indeed you are trans or gender fluid yourself. Um, Perhaps something here will resonate and lead you into your own thought path. And this is a very simple and perhaps obvious reflection, really, that came to me when I was looking at a video the other day, in which it was an entertainment program in which uh, a male pop singer, I think, was impersonating a female pop singer. It was incredibly well done transformation, but there were moments actually after the performance where this individual was being interviewed where it was very clear that this glint in the eyes, this joy of being in this persona came through. And that sort of resonated with me as a reminder that um, what gives me joy is not so much about putting on a particular look, for example, but it is a sense, be it real or otherwise, that my femme inner nature is free to express herself and has those real moments of expression and articulation, usually accompanied with some activity or movement, a conversation, or I don't know, it might be as simple as walking around a room, or some little gesture, or some. Um, it can be performance. It can be put on, as it often has been in my own case when I've been to Cindy Conti in London and tried out these different uh, little actions and so on. But it's not just about, yeah, it's not just about the look. It's not just about the portrait, the photo, the snapshot. It is these moments of real emergence and freedom for this personality. Ones I'm afraid that for me do come infrequently, especially when I go out. I still have often a consciousness of um, being read, of not being truly female. um, and these moments come in a strange, I think, when I do convince myself that even though the reality is different, um, this personality is not just free to express herself because of how I am presenting, looking, but a sense of being connected with the body that this spirit, if you like, is flowing within. As I say, even though that most of the time I will be aware that I'm still in a male body, at these moments, perhaps this subconscious sex thing plays a part in tricking me to believe, tricking this spirit to believe you are safe in this body. This body, this physical body is at this moment, for all intents and purposes, female. So a little bit of a reflection there, this idea that freedom of expression comes perhaps rarely for some of us, certainly for me, but often with activity and a sense potentially, even though it's unreal, of connecting with a body with which it feels comfortable. So, as I say, half baked, perhaps not terribly inspired, but there's a little thought for today. And doubtless I will be back before too long. Can't guarantee it's going to be the next few days. Probably won't, because I know I'm going to be quite busy over the next few days. But perhaps within the next few weeks rather than the next few months, as has been the case up until now. Bye for now.